Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is December 27, 2018, the home of the 2-minute price prediction, as well as giving you all the news according to the charts. Now, what we're going to talk about today is about the cannabis industry, specifically Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth. We're going to talk about those two companies because we ran across this article written from Forbes regarding the Israeli lawmakers are approving a new law to allow Israeli companies to export medical cannabis throughout the world. Okay, so this is why we are listing our thumbnail as Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth as being in trouble, because the competition worldwide is going to get a lot more fierce. Okay, this is one of the main reasons as we continue to go out in time that competition will bring on lower prices, more competition, and as well as less market share for the leading industries, which is so forth coming from Canada. Okay, so that's why we are literally just saying that this could be some issues for the cannabis companies located there in Canada. Okay, so we're going to talk about this article, and before I do, definitely want to make sure that you guys do not forget to like and subscribe this video. This is your first time coming to our particular YouTube channel. Do not forget to to subscribe to this content as well. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start out with the title of this article written by Iris. Israeli lawmakers approve law to export medical cannabis. Okay, I went ahead and highlighted some of the things that are very important regarding the viability of the Canadian cannabis companies to see if they're going to be able to compensate or compete with these companies located here on the land called Israel. Okay, now the country's parliament there in Israel has finally approved a law that will allow the export of medical cannabis, enabling Israel to become actively involved in the industry globally. This is going to be real competitive for Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth. Could be one of the main reasons why these companies are trying to have partnerships with other companies in different industries. Okay, now Wall Street, Israel is known as the startup nation according to Wall Street, and it's only because Israel has the highest number of starters in the world, second to Silicon Valley, and that should allow the new law could pave the way for cannabis to become as important to Israel's economy as technology. So this could possibly be the beginning hub of where global cannabis can be grown and shipped from Israel. The law still requires approval from the country's cabinet ministers and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, according to Reuters. And as you guys can still see here on the article, that Israel, already the most advanced nation in cannabis R&D research and development, will now be able to produce and market cannabis and cannabis-based products that will help millions of people. This is definitely something that could cause issues to Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth. We definitely wanted you all to see this article. We will have a link for you all in the description of this video, because the competition is going to get real fierce as the years go by for this new industry called cannabis. Israel, you guys can just see here on this article, has passed a law approving that they can now export medical cannabis and other cannabis products, which will take away from the market share of Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth. I know that many of these companies located in Canada has strategically created supply chain routes to where they can export their own cannabis from Canada to other countries across the globe. Now we have Israel entering the space. Okay, that definitely is going to hamper some of the market share, some of the market revenue that Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth was trying to grab. And if this article is correct, by Israel being the most advanced nation according to cannabis research and development, then again, they should get some of interest from other investment or either industry sectors like the beverage industry, to where they might want to partner with companies located in Israel. Okay, so this definitely is something that needs to be watched concerning Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth and some of the other cannabis companies located in Canada. That is one of the main reasons why I wanted to come and show you this article, and as well look at the price chart for Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth to see if the market actually panned this in according to the price chart, because that's what we go by, is the price chart. Not necessarily, we don't pay attention to the articles, but definitely wanted to show you all that other world leaders, other countries are getting their feet into this game called the cannabis industry. Okay, so now from a consumer standpoint, more competition should give us lower value, lower prices, better prices, to where the competition will create a competitive environment that individuals will not have to pay exceedingly high price for any of these cannabis products. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth. Look at the price chart to see how these two stocks have been trading since we last did our video for them. And here we are. We're going to go ahead and start out on the monthly chart for Aurora Cannabis. And you can see here that the market did end the day up 0.39%. By the last check, they were down 7 cents, around $5.03 for Aurora Cannabis. And this is during the day to where the market has seen an 870 point swing from high to low on one of the biggest comeback days in 10 years for the stock market. So you can see here that the market on the monthly chart for Aurora Cannabis is still reflecting weakness into the space. It does seem as if this stock is finding an area of support right there around $5. $4 was touched 1 month right here during the month of August. Now the weakness is still here, so the market is not yet ready to move to the upside. And considering the fact that Israel is coming into this cannabis industry, definitely can put more pressure on people trying to invest in Aurora Cannabis or Canopy Growth, because now they have more options to choose across the global world as to which company they want to invest in. Okay, here we are looking at the weekly chart for Aurora Cannabis. We are seeing some minor strength coming to the space, but the market has two hurdles in order to see some continued strength to the upside. It is that support area right here around $5.75 and this ascension line right here that we got drawn on this chart. So the market right now in Aurora Cannabis is still going through some consolidation, but the overall trend in this stock is still to the downside. Definitely want to keep that in mind as we continue to trade. And this type of news on this article here written by Forbes tells you that the strength definitely is being subsided from moving higher, and that the best thing that you might get out of Aurora Cannabis is consolidation. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Canopy Growth. You guys can see that Canopy Growth on the monthly chart is still giving us weakness as well. The volume is getting a little bit lighter, so we are looking to transition from a movement to the downside to one of consolidation for Canopy Growth as well. Over the last couple of weeks, you can still see here that the market is still giving us some indications of some weakness. We are holding support around that $24 price. The market for Canopy Growth has touched that price numerous times. This could be another opportunity to where the market's trying to bounce off that $24 price and move higher. But if we are able to break to the downside, $24, then the market in Canopy Growth is poised to hit that $20 price as support as well. So those are the things that we're paying attention to for Canopy Growth. Monthly chart is still giving us more weakness. The volume is not coming in as what we've seen the last 2 months for October and November, but nevertheless we're still seeing some weakness into the space. So there is a small hint that Canopy Growth could be transitioning over into a consolidation, but until we're able to see more strength come into the market for both of these stocks, then the movement to the downside is still in play. Same thing on the daily price chart for Canopy Growth. We're not seeing any strength come into the market just yet. Look like we're just taking a break, meaning we're just trading within the consolidation range. And while we're doing that, we will be paying attention to see if any more weakness come into the space for the resumption to lower prices. We definitely are not done with lower prices from what the price chart is revealing to us. So that's why I'm still looking for both of these stocks to continue to move to the downside, even though we might already have bounced off a support area for Aurora Cannabis. And that $24 area is a support for Canopy Growth. Okay, now this is our analysis for Aurora Cannabis and Canopy Growth, but this article literally goes into all of the cannabis companies doing business in Canada. Okay, Kronos, Aurora Cannabis, Canopy Growth, Tilray, all those other countries that are companies located in Canada are a part of this same competition that Israel is trying to get their feet into. So just be prepared that with this news in the market for Israel coming into the export medical cannabis industry, definitely reveals the fact that competition is on the horizon. So these Canadian companies definitely need to be on guard. They need to be a little bit more strategic in how they position themselves in the world if they're going to be a contender in the cannabis industry. So that's just our thoughts. We felt like we want to come in and give you guys this article, show you what the world is trying to do. Everyone is going to get into this cannabis industry, and just because you're one of the first ones to legalize medicinal purpose cannabis products and services does not mean that you're going to be a forerunner and a contender. Okay, so this whole industry definitely needs to be continually watched to see which of these companies is positioning themselves to be a very viable company long term, and a lot of factors go into that. Okay, one of the main ones is location, and countries legalizing cannabis, as well as global supply chain solutions. A lot of things go into depending which one is going to be the #1 contender in this industry. So give us your thoughts, give us your opinions, leave us a comment in the comment section of this video, and let us know, what do you think about Israel exporting medical cannabis globally across the world, and as well as creating new cannabis products and services. Give us your thoughts, leave us a comment in the comment section. We do appreciate you all taking the opportunity out to watch this video. Make sure you all maintain your profitability, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share this content. Hit that bell notification too, so you will not miss out on any of the content that we upload to this spectrum. Make sure you all maintain your profitability, and I will see you all later.